Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Hello and welcome, film fans. We've got another quick shot review for you, and we're joined by Lacey the cat. So if you love cats, hit that thumbs up and drop us a subscription onto the channel, however you are listening to this, whether that be on YouTube, Quick Shot Reviews, or on the podcast as Talk is Cheap. So what I wanted to do with this one is actually watch the version that was released 20 years ago and compare the two. So I'm guessing you probably might know what that is. It is Haunted Mansion, and it was released in 2023. It is a 2-hour film. It is a 12A, which means parental guidance is required, as in you can't go and watch it on your own. It's basically, it follows a single mum called Gabby, who hires a tour guide and a psychic and a priest and a historian to help her exorcise her newly bought mansion after discovering it is inhabited by ghosts. Completely different story to the 2003 version. In fact, this is directed by Justin Simeon and has a really good cast, which we'll go into in the main part of the podcast. If you've seen this film, if you love the film, if you don't love the film, let me know, get in contact, and just start the conversation rolling. I actually quite enjoyed this version for quite a few reasons. It's not perfect, but it's heartfelt, and I wanted the characters to win. So therefore, it's a good movie in my book. But without further ado, let's move on to the main part of the podcast, and I will give you more reasons to like this film and possibly less reasons to like the 2003 version rather. So let's do that, shall we? So in 2003, Disney decided that they would use their original IPs, as in the rides that they've got, and one of them was the Haunted Mansion, and another one was Pirates of the Caribbean, which did really well, and it's actually a good movie. 2003 version, The Haunted Mansion. It's very important. It's different because it's got "the" on it. Starred Eddie Murphy, Marsha Thompson, Jennifer Tilly, whose acting prowess is completely misused in this film. Terence Stamp and Nathaniel Parker, where Eddie Murphy is a house salesperson, a realtor, and his wife is also a realtor. But you don't get that explored too much. Automatically, you are not liking this person. He's missing family family dates, his anniversary, etc., etc. Sarah Evers, who's played by Marsha, Jim Evers, played by Eddie Murphy. Sarah is not angry with him at all. There's no emotion that he's missed their anniversary, and Eddie Murphy's character Jim is just not likeable whatsoever. Therein lies the first problem with this film. The actors within do a fairly good job. Jennifer Tilly, like I say, is completely misused here, and some Disney favourites in Wallace Shawn and Dina Spivey Waters are also in here as well. And with the neglected family angle, it should work, but it really doesn't. They go on holiday, they're wearing their business suits, they stop off at the mansion to be able to sell the mansion. There's always some kind of greed in here. Eddie Murphy dials it in as well. He is just like, yeah, give me my money. And it's almost like their spirits are acting for them whilst they're at home sipping cocktails by the swimming pool. And there's just no exploration of the whole story of the Haunted Mansion ride. 2003 version, not good. Bearing in mind, I've never seen it, never wanted to see it, but I thought, well, I've seen the 2023 version now. I will watch the 2003 version, which is on said streaming service. And it's awful. Absolutely terrible. You know what? If I'd have seen this film before I saw the 2023 version, I probably wouldn't have gone. And that would have been a travesty. Because Haunted Mansion, they've dropped the, doesn't feature many big names. It has a couple. And you've got Lakeith Stanfield, who plays Ben Mateus. Rosario Dawson playing Gabby, who is the single mum. And Owen Wilson playing Father Kent. You've got Tiffany Haddish playing Harriet. And Danny DeVito's in here as well, playing Bruce Davis. And Jamie Lee Curtis playing Madame Leota. And if you don't know who Madame Leota is, that is Jennifer Tilly's character in the 2003 version. And that is the head in the ball that you go round when you're on the ride. Very vague memories, because I haven't actually been to Disney for a very long time. So we've also got Jared Leto in here as well. And the big difference here is that the child actor is also likeable, has character. The 2003 versions, they're just not good. It's like, hey, you over there, you're a child, come and act in this film in 2003. This one's actually got a future. Chase Dillon is one to look for in the future. Really, really good. And he plays Travis, the son of Gabby, who is the single mum. Like I say, Jared Leto's in here playing Crump, who is the obviously the antagonist. And that, again, we go back to 2003. There was no real antagonist to that film. So you didn't care what happened. In this film, I was rooting for them. I was like, come on, yeah, cool, yeah, woo. And it was done really well. Even Madame Leota had a story behind her that connected to the overall story, and the ghosts, and the fact that the ghosts were supposed to be scaring people, but they were also scared of the head ghost, which was Crump, who had an overall arcing story of, he needed to do a certain thing to perform a certain ritual to, come back to life. And all the time you are, like I say, you're rooting for them, which is great. So you got Justin Simien, who directed this film, and it is absolutely, there's a lot to love, there's a lot to not love. And it's definitely got mixed reviews. I think people are being really harsh with this one. I think it's actually really good. But it's definitely better than the 2003 version. So if you love that version, then definitely go and see this version, because it's good. You've got the Hatbox Ghost, you've got the 13th hour clock, you've got the moving statues, the singing gargoyles, the hitchhiking ghosts, and it's all there, and it just brought back memories of going on that ride when I was a lot younger than I am now. Like I say, it's been a long time, and it's just brilliant, and it tackles a lot of important messages like loss and grief, which we tend to see in more established horror movie franchises as well, like Insidious. This is fun. If your kids are well into Halloween, into the scary stuff, this will give them enough to just, take them forward. A bit like a Goosebumps movie and scary things to tell in the dark. Like I say, reviews, very harsh. I would absolutely go and see this film. Give it some love. I know Barbie's still in and still raking in the money, but if you're looking for something now you've seen Barbie, there's definitely a couple of things that you could go and see. Elemental, another Disney film, as well as Ninja Turtles and and Barbie. Barbie's a good film. So there's quite a lot in at the moment with it being summer holidays. It's fun and it is actually funny. I found myself laughing at the nods and the jokes, and it's actually pretty good. Didn't mention as well, you've also got Owen Wilson playing Father Kent, and like I say, there is a story behind the mansion, there's a story behind the antagonist and the protagonist throughout the film, and because they've changed it from family to single mother, child grief, it actually makes you want them to succeed at the end and you want them to be happy, and it's really, it's not, I'm not going to say cool because that's not cool, but it actually uses that story to build characters. It actually uses the story to build how the haunted mansion works and what needs to happen. Always that line that sticks with me is there's 999 ghosts in here, but there's always room for one more, and that is just brilliant. So yeah, would I recommend this film? Absolutely. The characterization's good, the settings are good. Does use CGI, but it does it really well. Thinking the Ghostbusters, the more recent Ghostbusters movie, if you want to know what the ghosts look like, although they're in the trailer, the use of the psychic, the surrounding area as well of New Orleans. Interesting fact, the Crump Mansion is based on the Florida mansion and the one at Disney World, and the Haunted Mansion is based on the one at Disneyland in California, which is the New Orleans mansion. So yeah, there's little nods scattered throughout, and it's really cool. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, definitely one to watch. In the meantime, if you want to hear more of my thoughts and ramblings on the latest movies that I've seen, we've got Gran Turismo that's just been released. Coming after this, we've got the new Blue Beetle movie, as well as The Blackening coming up. So we've got quite a foray of different types of movie. Got comic books, kids movies, and supposed horror movies. So yeah, there's a lot to love about movies at the moment. They're coming out thick and fast now. They're really trying to catch up from 2020, which makes me happy because I am a consummate film fan. So I will see you next time. Enjoy your movies. Don't ever shy away from something you're not sure of. Go in with an open mind, because you may just find yourself liking a film that you didn't think you was going to like. And I will leave you there. Thank you very much for listening, and goodbye.